Hey sweet friends, welcome to my channel, Lazy Creek Homestead. I'm Nicole, where I hope to inspire you in all things mom life on the homestead, but especially in the kitchen. On my channel, you'll find things like shopping hauls and lots of recipe inspiration. I like to sprinkle in a little bit of mom life and what's going on our homestead. Today's video, I'm going to share with you two delicious cake mix hacks. I love my cake mix hacks. I love to take a box of cake mix and turn it into all kinds of yummy, amazing, delicious desserts. These two were so good. One of them was inspired by one of my favorite YouTubers, Tiffany. She's got two great channels. This is Mama's Kitchen. Her sweet daughter Audrey made this dark cherry dump cake. It was so delicious. We had to give it a try. And I also made this really awesome coconut cream cake. It was so delicious. It gave you all those summer feels. So let's get in the kitchen and get to it. So welcome back to my kitchen. Today I am going to make a dump cake that I seen from Mama's Kitchen. Tiffany, she's got a great channel. I'll link it in the description box. But we got some dark sweet cherries, and I have about a half a can of chucked pineapple. In their video they did zucchini pineapple that she canned from her garden. That is such a cool recipe. I have my box cake mix and 1 stick of butter. And this is such a simple dessert. We're just going to pour our cherries or whatever fruit you'd like to use into our baking dish. I'm going to put the pineapple in there. I'm just going to mix this around, and we're going to dump our cake mix, the dried cake mix, on top of our canned fruit. So we have our cake mix on our fruit, and we're just going to take our stick of butter that I cut up into just little squares, and we're just going to place them on top of our dry mix all around, and we're just going to put this in our 350-degree oven. Dump cakes are so easy, delicious, and you can do so many flavors. And our dump cake is out of the oven. We're going to let this cool, and we are going to enjoy it with some fresh homemade whipped cream. Alright, so we are just going to scoop out some of our dump cake. So delicious. Those cherries make such a beautiful purple color. Smells so good. Alright, and then we are just going to add a nice dollop of our fresh homemade whipped cream on top. And this is dessert tonight. So we're back in the kitchen with another box cake mix hack. I have a box cake that I got on clearance, and I got some coconut milk and eggs and coconut extract. So I'm going to make like a coconut cream poke cake. So I'm just going to get my box mix into my bowl. One of my favorite hacks is to use milk in place of water on the directions. And instead of the oil, I'm going to use melted butter. I'm adding my melted butter. I'm going to add that first so that can cool down a little bit. And then I'm going to add in my eggs and my milk. So I have my eggs in here and my coconut milk. You could definitely use regular milk, whatever you have in your fridge. But I really like the coconut flavor. And because I love coconut so much, I'm going to add a couple of drips of my coconut extract. I'm going to use this a couple of times in our coconut cake. And I'm also going to put in a little bit of my absolute favorite homemade vanilla extract. And we'll get this all mixed together and pour it into our greased pan. I have my cake mix in my pan, and I'm just going to cook it in my 350-degree oven as the box directions say. This really is one of my favorite cake hacks. It's so easy. Just replace the water with milk, and you can use whatever milk you want. And I replaced the oil with butter. You don't have to, but I think it makes such a delicious, moist cake. So our cake is out of the oven, and because we're making a poke cake, we're just going to take whatever, spatula, spoon, whatever you'd like. I'm just going to make some holes in my cake, and then I am going to make some pudding to put over the top of that, and it will get into the holes and make this such a nice, moist, delicious cake. Alright, so we're back with our poke cake. It's nice and cooled down. I have a cup and a half of milk in my bowl here. I'm going to add my pudding mixture. I couldn't find cream of coconut pudding. I could have sworn I've seen that in the past. So I just got the French vanilla kind. So we're going to use that. And then I have some of this coconut cream that I got from the discount store. And this tastes really good. So I'm going to add a little bit of that into my pudding mixture. And hopefully that tastes coconutty enough. And we'll add that on top of our cake. So my pudding is a little on the thick side. Maybe should have used the 2 cups of milk. But I'm going to put my coconut cream in and see if that thins it out. Doing about half the can. And we're just going to mix that together and then add it on top of the cake. So I have that mixed together. I'm liking the consistency of the pudding a little bit better. And it really is giving it a great coconut flavor. I think I'm just going to go ahead and use the rest of the cream of coconut in my pudding. And I'll just flavor my Cool Whip that I'm going to put on top with my coconut extract. So I'm going to finish mixing that together so we can get this on top of our cake. So we have our vanilla pudding and coconut cream mixture. We're just going to spread it right on top of our cake that we did our good cake hack on, where we replaced the water that the box calls for milk. In this case, I did a coconut milk, and the oil I used melted butter. I'm going to spread this all around. I'm going to let this just sit in the fridge for a couple hours or so, and then we'll put the Cool Whip topping on. So we're going to make the topping for our coconut cream poke cake. I have about 4 or 5 ounces of softened cream cheese at the bottom of my bowl here. And I have my container of powdered sugar. And I'm just going to put in about 1/4 cup of powdered sugar. And we're going to mix that together really well. And then I'm going to add my Cool Whip and mix my Cool Whip in. A little bit of my coconut extract. I'll probably add some of my homemade vanilla. And this will be the topping for our cake. So I have my vanilla extract. I'm going to add a few drops of my coconut. Probably like 5 or so. Measure with my heart. And I'm going to mix this together, and I have about half of this container left of Cool Whip, so we'll put that in. Alright, so I'm just going to mix my Cool Whip in with my cream cheese mixture,
And once that's all nice and well incorporated, we'll add that on top of our pudding mixture on our cake. So we got our Cool Whip topping on. We're just going to spread that right on top of the pudding mixture. And we're going to let this cool for a little bit longer and serve. So we got our cake all topped with our Cool Whip cream cheese mixture, and I put some shredded coconut on. And we are going to dig into this cake. It looks so delicious and it smells so coconutty. And here is our coconut cream poke cake. This is absolutely delicious. I really enjoyed that coconut cream there I got from the discount store. I'm going to have to go back and see if they have any more of that. I really hope you guys can give this cake a try.
Thank you so much for joining me in the kitchen today. I really hope that you can give those great cake mix hacks a try. Both those cakes were so delicious. I will definitely link Tiffany's channel, Mama's Kitchen, in the description box so you can check out their cake. They made theirs with a zucchini pineapple. That sounds so great. So thank you so much for joining me, and until I catch you in the next one, I'll be talking to you in those comments.